All right, the Cardinals take on the Reds, 6:40 Eastern start time. On Monday, August 29th, 2022, St. Louis is minus 220, totals 9.5. Miles Michaelis for St. Louis, Chase Anderson making his season debut with the Reds. And if you want to see which one of these free picks on this video that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. But before we get into some more of that, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the video. My name is Brock Page, and I've been doing sports picks for free right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And I have packages on that site starting at just $1.99. Now you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. Now when it comes to this Cards-Reds game, it's Cincinnati who lost 5 out of their last 7. And they struggle getting the W at home. These guys have a .419 win percentage at the Great American Ballpark. These guys are also striking out more times a game at the plate at home than most clubs in the National League. Now they're taking on Miles Michaelis on the mound here for St. Louis, and he's got 121 strikeouts on the year. He's also got double-digit wins and an impressive 1.02 whip. Now, as a team, the Cards won 7 out of their last 10 ball games, and they have one of the best lineup of hitters in the National League. Paul Goldschmidt's currently leading the majors in batting average and OPS. The Slugger's hitting .338 with an OPS of 1.051. He's also in the top 3 in homers and runs batted in. And no real surprise here, guys, this Cardinal lineup is in the top 5 in the league in runs per game. Now, total-wise, the Cards went 7-3 to the over in their last 10 outings. Meanwhile, Cincinnati's gone 60% to the over against the NL Central. I'm going to lean toward the Cardinals minus 1.5, over 9.5. Next ball game, Dodgers, Marlins, 6:40 p.m. East. The LA Dodgers are minus 230, total 7 runs. Tony Gonsolin for Los Angeles, Pablo Lopez for Miami. And even though Pablo's having a real good year, he does come into today's game with an average 8-8 record. Meanwhile, as a team, the Fish have dropped 7 out of their last 10. And they struggle getting base runners. They're in the bottom 5 in OPS, and they're averaging only 3.7 runs a game. They also have to face Tony Gonsolin, who's been near perfect this season. The Gons is a staggering 16-1 on the year with an ERA of 2.10. Now, even more impressive is Gonsolin's stingy .86 whip. And even if Tony runs into some trouble, he's backed by the best hitting lineup in the game right now. LA leads the league in scoring, batting average, and OPS. Freddie Freeman's second in the majors in batting average. He's hitting .326 at the plate and also ranks 5th in OPS. Meanwhile, Mookie Betts is 4th in the bigs in homers with 31 of them. Now, when it comes to the total, LA's gone 60% to the under in all of their road games. Meanwhile, Miami's seen nearly 60% of their home contests against the National League fall under the line. I'm going to lean toward the Dodgers minus 1.5, under 7. Next ball game, little interleague action. I'm talking about the Cubs taking on the Blue Jays, 7:07 Eastern start time. Toronto's minus 240, totals 9. Jose Barrios for Toronto, Javier Assad for Chicago. Now, the Cubs have lost 6 out of their last 9, and they're having a real tough time against the American League. Out of 17 interleague contests this year, the Cubbies got the W only 5 times. When it comes to offensive production, the Cubbies are in the bottom 10 in scoring. They're actually striking out more times a game than most clubs in the National League. Now, they're also facing Jose Barrios, who has 123 strikeouts along with a 9-5 record. Now, the Blue Jays have also won 5 out of their last 7 interleague contests at Rogers Center. Alejandro Kirk's leading the franchise in batting average. Meanwhile, Vlad Guerrero Jr., he has a team-best 26 home runs and 78 runs batted in. As a matter of fact, this Toronto lineup of hitters currently ranks in the top 3 in the league in team batting average. When it comes to the total, Toronto went 7-5 to the over in their last dozen against the National League. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Toronto -1.5 over 9. Next ball game, Red Sox Twins, 7:40 p.m. East. Minnesota's -1.25, totals 9. Dylan Bundy for the Twins, Brian Bello for Boston. And even though Bello's had some rocky outings this year, he is currently averaging a strikeout an inning. The Bo Sox also got the W in 2 out of their last 3 ball games, and they scored 18 total runs during that short span. Xander Bogaerts, he has a team-best 303 batting average. Meanwhile, Rafi Devers leads the team in homers and RBI. No real surprise here, guys. This Boston lineup is currently in the top 10 in the league in team batting average. Now, they're squaring off against Dylan Bundy on the mound here today, and he's given up his fair share of earned runs this year. The righty's got an ERA of 4.56. Meanwhile, as a team, the Twins dropped 6 out of their last 9, and their pitching staff, they've had a tough time keeping it inside the park this year. These guys are actually amongst the worst in the American League right now in homers allowed per game. Now, when it comes to the number in this one, Minnesota's 12-3 to the over in their last 15 Dylan Bundy starts. Meanwhile, Boston went 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Red Sox +105 over 9. Next ball game, it is going to be Pirates taking on the Brewers, and that's going to be an 8:10 Eastern first pitch. Now, this game's currently off the board. Corbin Burns for Milwaukee, Jared Eichhoff possible for Pittsburgh. And regardless of who starts for the Buccos here today, they lost 7 out of their last 8. They averaged only 2 runs a game during that time frame. And speaking of offensive production, the Pirates average only 3.6 runs a game, and they have the worst team batting average in the National League. They're also facing Corbin Burns, who's got 190 strikeouts, along with a .96 whip. When it comes to offensive production, the Brewers are having little issue hitting for power. They're in the top 3 in home runs, and they're also led by Rowdy Tellez, who's got 27 bombs on the year. Meanwhile, teammate Willy Adames, he has a team-best 75 runs batted in. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Brewers -1.5, getting the job done for some run line cash. Next matchup, it is going to be the Yankees at the Angels, 9:38 Eastern first pitch. Now, the Yankees are the $1.80 favorite on the road, totals 8 runs. Frankie Montas for New York, Jose Suarez for the Angels. Now, Suarez is just 4-6 on the season with an ERA of 4.19. Now, the Angels have also dropped 6 out of their last 9, and they have significant problems at the plate. They're actually in the bottom 3 in team batting average, and they strike out more times a game at the dish than any other club in the majors. They're also facing a Yankees squad who can still pound the baseball despite their recent struggles. The Yankees are still leading the league in home runs per game, and they're also first in the American League in runs per contest. Aaron Judge, he has a league-best 49 homers, along with 109 runs batted in. When it comes to the scoring, the Yankees went 8-2 to the under in their last 10 outings. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the Angels went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Yankees -1.5, under 8. Next game, Phillies, Diamondbacks, 9:40 p.m. East. Philadelphia is the $1.80 favorite, totals 8.5. Ranger Suarez for Philadelphia, Madison Bumgarner for Arizona. Now, the D-backs are coming fresh off a 3-game sweep of the White Sox. These Arizona hitters scored 20 total runs during that series. Christian Walker's got a team-best 30 home runs and 72 RBI. Walker's actually 8th in the bigs in that home run category. Meanwhile, Josh Rojas, he has the highest batting average in the lineup here today. For Arizona, of course. Now they're taking on Ranger Suarez for the Fightins, and his whip has actually crept up to a 1.31. Now the Phillies have also struggled a bit getting on base on the road. They're in the bottom half of the league in road hits. They're also in the bottom 10 in walks per 9 away from home as well. And when it comes to the total, Philadelphia saw 4 out of their last 7 Ranger Suarez starts get over the number. Meanwhile, Arizona went 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Diamondbacks plus 1.5 and the over 8 and a hook. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It is going to be Padres taking on the Giants, 9:45 Eastern start time. San Francisco's minus 130, total 7. Carlos Rodon for San Francisco. Mike Clevinger for San Diego. Now, Clevs has an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.16 whip. The Pods are also one of the best road scoring teams in the game. They're in the top 3 in road scoring, top 3 in road hits. Manny Machado's hitting a team-best 304 at the plate. He's also leading the franchise in home runs and RBI. Now, they're taking on a Giants team who's really struggled as of late themselves. They're on a 4-game skid, and they also dropped 8 out of their last 10. And one of the biggest areas the Giants need to improve upon is getting base runners. They're actually in the bottom 10 in the league in team batting average. And they're striking out more times a game than most clubs in the National League right now. Now, total-wise, the Giants did see overs in 4 out of their last 7 Carlos Rodon starts. Meanwhile, San Diego went 3-1 to the over in their last 4 away from home. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward San Diego plus $1.10 and the over 7. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Powered to you by my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. I like the Cardinals minus 1.5 over 9 and a hook. LA Dodgers minus 1.5 under 7. Toronto minus 1.5 over 9. Boston Red Sox plus 105 over 9 runs. And just a quick reminder, guys, if you want to see which one of these free picks on this video that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. Give me Milwaukee minus 1.5, getting the job done for some run line cash. I like the Yankees minus 1.5 under 8. Give me Arizona plus 1.5 over 8 and a hook. And with my next and final free pick for the video, I like San Diego plus $1.10 over 7. With that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind, you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And guys, if you want to get access to every single bet, every single package, every single day, you're going to want to sign up for my board member package. It's an all-inclusive membership. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, guys, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.